Shalom, shalom. Giving honor and praise to the Creator and Maker of heaven and earth. We want to go over the prefixes and the suffixes in Hebrew. The letter Aleph you see here serves as a prefix in the future tense with verbs. Next you see here the letter Bet. This serves as a prefix with nouns. Next we have here the letter Hey. This serves as a prefix with nouns, a prefix with verbs, and a suffix with nouns, and a suffix with verbs. So we just want to point that out. Next we have here the letter Waw. This serves as a prefix with verbs and a prefix with nouns. Here we have the letter Yod. This serves as a prefix with verbs and a suffix with nouns. Here we have the letter Kaf. This serves as a prefix with nouns and a suffix with nouns. Here we have the letter Lamed. Lamed serves as a prefix with verbs and a prefix with nouns. Here we have the letter Mem. This serves as a prefix with nouns and a prefix with verbs and a suffix with nouns. Here we have the letter Nun. This serves as a prefix with verbs. Here we have the letter Shin. This serves as a prefix with nouns and a prefix with adjectives. Then we have the letter Tau. This serves as a prefix with transforming from a verb to a noun, and it also serves as a suffix with nouns. So we just want to point that out with these 11 letters right here, brothers and sisters, for edification purposes. This is part 1. As time goes on, I will explain each prefix in more detail, but just want to give, for part 1 of the prefix and suffix series, what we're talking about. Shalom.
Shalom, brothers and sisters. Shalom. We hope, we pray everybody is well and will be better. Brothers and sisters, welcome to Danitepublications. We are asking you all to comment, to like, to share, and subscribe. In this particular presentation, brothers and sisters, we are going to go over the matter with the portions in Deuteronomy that are set aside for Sabbath services, and looking at it from a Hebrew perspective, brothers and sisters. Screenshots are welcomed, and we here do not profess to know everything, and we are open to constructive criticism. So, without any further ado, let us, brothers and sisters, pull up the PowerPoint in this particular case. All right. And it should show, brothers and sisters, in this manner. Let's see. And it does. So we go to the slideshow from the beginning. Danite Publications, 908-587-4841. Subscribe. Welcome to Danite Publications. In this portion, we will speak on the Hebrew portions by name we see in Deuteronomy. Thank you for joining on. Deuteronomy chapter 1 is where it starts. And the word that we see there on the left-hand side is the Hebrew word debarim. The word debarim means words or things. So that is something we care to bring out. Its singular is the word dabar, meaning word or thing. All right. Now, for those familiar with Hebrew, you might think of the word daber, meaning to speak, which this is the same root for such. You understand? So without any further ado, let us expound a little more upon this. If one were to say ani, which is the Hebrew word meaning I or I am, which is a pronoun in the first person singular, all right, one would say ani dober, meaning I am speaking. And we see that form within the qual stem, brothers and sisters, when we go into the book of Zechariah. In many cases, you might see medaber, meaning speaking, in the PL stem, but both are actually accurate as far as it goes with that in that particular case. All right. So now let's look. This word is debarim. The meaning is words, also meaning things. Thank you. We are on the platform Mordeh Yeshaya Torah Lessons and Mordeh Yeshaya Hebrew Lessons. Thank you. Wa'et Hanan. This word is Wa'et Hanan. The meaning is, and I besought. Now, brothers and sisters, we want to point out that this verb stem here, brothers and sisters, serves as in the hitpa'el stem, if we will, which is the seven of the seven stems. Now, what we're looking at here, brothers and sisters, if we were to get the laser pointer, when we look at wa, that serves as a prefix meaning and. That's why we see the word and right here. Now, if you were to remove that, you would have the word etchanan, which means I will be sought. I will ask for grace. I will petition for grace. I will petition for compassion. And that is what that is in that particular case. The word anan, which means grace or compassion in that particular case. Now, etchanan, as we've been hearing, means I will such and such, right? So now when we see here a matter of it being in the past tense, it's because in biblical Hebrew, we have what is referred to as the waw consecutive, also said as the waw hakipuk. In this particular case, a normal future tense word, due to the prefix of the wa or the and, you understand, is put thus into the past tense. So that's why we see that in that particular case. If there are any questions, please feel free, brothers and sisters, to put within the chat in that particular case. We are open, as pointed out, brothers and sisters, to constructive criticism. All righty, no questions. Let us continue in this particular matter. Now we see here, as we want to enlarge this particular word, right? This is the word equip. The meaning is consequence. Now, consequence doesn't mean a bad thing. It means the result, which is also the meaning of the word equip. So it could be a result of doing good. It can, sadly, be the result of doing bad. Now, in this particular case, we're talking, brothers and sisters, about the result of doing something that is good. Like if you keep the commandments, this good and that good will happen. That's the consequences of your actions. Consequence, and not trying to be funny. I have respect for the artist Lauryn Hill. Consequence is no coincidence, as she stated. You understand? But it doesn't always mean something that's a negative thing. Like this is your bad coming to you for what you did. Consequence could be the result and the repay of doing something good as well. But this is again in Hebrew the word equeb, and it's the same root word meaning heel, like the heel of your foot, brothers and sisters. I contend, and I would like to bring this out in the future as well, that many scholars translate the ayin, the kuf, and the bet as a matter of meaning deceive or deception matter. I contend that the word mirma is more so that. The word kazab is more so that. The word shakwar is more so deceive or lie, as opposed to looking at the word equeb or akwab. Now, why do I say that? Many point out in Jeremiah 17, when it says the heart is deceitful above all things. But if we understand that equeb can mean reward or consequence, can we translate it as, brothers and sisters, the heart is of the consequence of all things. Whatever you do comes back to your heart. Again, I contend that when scholars even translate this word equeb from akwab, which you get to the word Yaakov, transliterated as Jacob, some would say means he will deceive. But when we look at that and understand it from meaning consequence, it is very difficult to explain how the same word for deceive could be the same word for consequence when the consequences of your actions are not deceptive. And so that is something to care to bring out for reference purposes. Now we see that word there in Deuteronomy chapter 7. All right. So just want to point that out. In that case, there is a biblical portion set aside for the third Sabbath of that particular reading in Deuteronomy. We had Debarim, we had Ekanan, and now we have Equeb, brothers and sisters. So let's continue. Thank you for the time. Here we see the word re'eh, and it means see, like you're seeing something with your eyes. It also means behold. Now, brothers and sisters, those familiar with the language knows that any verb, because seeing is an action word, that any verb that ends with the letter hey, brothers and sisters, is what you call a lamed hey verb. And it is part of what they refer to as the irregularity of a matter. Its irregularity, brothers and sisters, shows in the past tense. And by showing, say, in its past tense, it's I-E-E, I-E-I. The E sound comes into play in that particular case. So I saw in past tense, as we just heard, is ra'iti. You understand? Akalati is I ate. That's what you call a regular verb. This is what you call an irregular verb, and it shows a difference in a matter. Now, this also, brothers and sisters, is the root word for the first tribe of Israel called Reuben. Reuben means behold the sun. Bain meaning sun. Now here is the issue, but not negative. The word re'eh means see in masculine singular, speaking to the nation as a one body of people. And re'u, as in Reuben, means see as in you're speaking to more than one person. So that's something we care to bring out. One is singular, one is plural. Let's continue. Here we see, brothers and sisters, found in Deuteronomy 16, the word shotim, and the meaning is judges. This is a plural word. Now, this is also a noun. A noun, as we know, is a person, a place, or a thing. So whether it's singular, noun, or plural, it's still a noun. The word shotim comes from the root word shofet. The word shofet, brothers and sisters, means a judge. It also means a lawyer, by the way, for those into the language. And that word comes from the root word shapat. The word shapat means to judge. This is where you get, brothers and sisters, Jehoshaphat or Yehoshaphat in Hebrew, meaning the Most High will judge. This is where you get matters of the word Shaphatiyah, which means Yah has judged. So Shaphat or Yehoshaphat, meaning the Most High will judge, the Most High has judged. We understand that the sheen, the pay, and the tet serves as in the word and root meaning to judge. All right. So this is something, brothers and sisters, that we care to bring out for reference purposes. Thank you for that. All right. Let me move that from the mic real quick. Okay. We hope everybody's well and will be better. All right. Subscribe to the channel, please. The word again, shoftim, means as you see judges. In Deuteronomy 21, we want to make this a little bigger here, if we will, family. Right? Thank you for that. Let's see if there's any questions or comments. No. Let us continue in this. Thank you for that, family. All right. The words are ki tetze. The meaning is when you go out. Now let's explain what we're looking at. Ki, remembering that Hebrew is read from right to left, right? Means because or for. Now, this for is not to be confused with the prefix of the letter lamed, meaning to, T-O, or for, F-O-R. This for that we see, meaning because as well. All right? Now, the next word we see there, if we were to, brothers and sisters, go with the laser pointer, is the Tau, the Zadeh, and the Aleph. Now, this too, like the other one, is deemed what you call an irregular verb. And its irregularity is due to the fact of Aleph being the last letter. Any verb that has Aleph as the last letter serves as a Lamed Aleph verb. All right? And so its irregularity shows in the future tense. So this word here, tetze, in root comes from the word yatsa. The word yatsa in root means to go out. So now in the future tense, you would have etze, tetze, tet'i, and so on. So that's something we care to bring out for reference purposes. When you go out, because you go out, when you go out. Now that tile that you see there by the laser pointer, brothers and sisters, serves as a prefix, all right, in that particular case. This word here, tetze, beginning in root with the letter yod, will be spelt as yod, zadeh, and aleph, which serves in this particular case, brothers and sisters, as we may say a double irregular word. Now, let me expound on linguistically what I am talking about, if we will. Right? We have, for instance, thank you for that, family, with the word yod, the word zadeh, and the letters, yod, zadeh, and aleph. So now we were to pull this back up, brothers and sisters, and let's look at this here. if we were to change the font to the Times New Roman 1 and then enlarge it, let's say me explain what I'm talking about, if we will, right? We have here that root word. And root means to go out. Because of the letter you see here, brothers and sisters, all right, bold, not bold, bold, not bold. And then we drop color that in yellow. That yod that you see there in the yellow, all right, serves not as a prefix because it's part of the root word itself, but because it begins with the letter yod, it is deemed in its irregularity as a pay yod verb. And when you show that in the future tense, that yod drops out. So now, when we go back here and we see this here with a tau, the zadeh and the aleph, just 3 letters in its future tense, shows what we just talked about in the irregular matter by having the yod drop out. That's why when you go out, meaning when you will go out, future tense, literal translation, you don't see a yod in this particular word here. That's something we care to bring out in that particular case. All right. Any questions, comments? Please feel free to put it inside of the chat. Thank you for that. All right. Okay. Let's hope I didn't just down the whole thing. Doesn't look like I did. Let's pull this back up, family. Cool. All right. So all of the enlargements I have to redo. Sorry about that. All right. In that particular case. So let's continue where we were. All right. Slideshow, current slide. Deuteronomy 26 is where we see this ki tabo. These words are ki tabo. The meaning is when you come, or literally when you will come. All right. So that's something we care to bring out in that particular case. Now, this key, brothers and sisters, as in this key here, the kaf and the yod, means when. All right. So tabo, brothers and sisters, when we look at it, is a verb. Now, the root of that verb is the word ba. Ba means to come. So bati, I came. Abo, I will come. Tabo, this tau, brothers and sisters, signifies the matter of the prefix you, whatever. Now, let me say something, if I may, in showing the linguistics matter and part of this word here. All right. Let's look at this here. New slide, if we will. All right. This word, to give some notes, means literally you will come. Also, sorry about that. She will come. Now, when we look at this here, what are we seeing? This word here, all right, if we were to now enlarge it, right? This tau is a feminine letter, all right? In Hebrew, the second person, masculine, which means you, whatever, right, is also the third person, feminine, she, whatever. So tokal means you will eat. Tokal means she will eat as well. So we can use the pronouns if we want to, or a name, be it male or female, if we want to be more specific and clear when speaking. All right. Now, tabo, meaning you will come, also means she will come. Brothers and sisters, looking at it from here, these words are ki tabo. The meaning is you, when you come, or when you will come, future tense, in the literal translation. All right. Any questions, please feel free to put within the chat. All right. Thank you for that. Let's look and see. In that particular case, nope, not there. So let us pull this back up. This should show up on the screen. And let us continue, brothers and sisters. All right. Now, if we were to, family, right, as we get further into the Hebrew linguistics matter, thank you for the time, and look at this here. This word here, tabo, let's enlarge it and show something about it, if we will, right? Thank you for that. Insert drawer. If we were to cross out that tile, right? Just showing that in that particular case. I don't know if I should have done that in that case. Let's see. Okay. Got it again. Cool. Anyway, back to where we were in this, family. We will then, all right. Getting at this in this manner. If we were to just have this word here, bow, all right, and trying to sit there and get it to its regular matter. Sorry about that. Okay, let's do it this way, family. Think I got a little beside myself with that one. Trying to get rid of that matter. Let us continue with this, family. Got it. Slideshow from this. Thank you. Next we see here, sorry about all of that. Next we see here, brothers and sisters. All right, kitabo, we did. The next one we see here is the word nitzabim. The word nitzabim means standing. All right. Now this is a plural word. All right. And what it means again is standing or to be at erect at a particular moment. All right. Now, brothers and sisters, the word nitzab means to be standing, to be still. All right. In that particular case. When you read in Deuteronomy 29, in that particular verse is dealing with the matter of it in a plural matter. So that's why we see the im in that particular case. When you're dealing with this as in a verb or so, or an adjective if it was, and there's a mixture of males and females, you have it to where brothers and sisters, the masculine takes the dominance in this particular matter. All right. So again, any questions? My number is across the screen, 908-587-4841. Thank you for that, family. Let us continue. Here we see the word wayelek. All right. Now, let us, brothers and sisters, look at this. The word wayelek, right? If we were to look at it in a matter of the slideshow, I want to do it this way, right? With the laser pointer, that wow serves, brothers and sisters, as a matter of a prefix. The word yelek means he will go. But as you pointed out before, when you have what is called the wow consecutive in biblical Hebrew, also known as the wahakipuk, what happens, brothers and sisters, is we have it to where it is, and he went. That yod, brothers and sisters, that we see there with the laser pointer serves, if we will, as a prefix. To go in Hebrew is the root word halak. The hey drops out, all right, when you conjugate it inside the future tense. So you get the word yelek, which means he will go. Wayelek, because of the wow in biblical Hebrew, it turns that normal future tense word into a past tense. So it becomes, and he went. All right. So that's something we care to point out in that particular case. Next, we have here the word ha'azinu. Now, this is a verb, brothers and sisters, inside of what is referred to as the he filled stem. And this is a command form, and it's saying give ear, pay attention. That's what it's saying. It's also in the plural. Ha'azin would be basically the masculine singular. All right. Ha'azinu would be the plural, both of them being one singular command, one plural command. All right. In that particular case. So remembering Hebrew is read from right to left. This again is under the he filled stem. And inside of, say, the he filled stem, brothers and sisters, we have it to where the hey serves as a prefix in the past tense, and inside of, brothers and sisters, the command form. I would like to show something, if I may, brothers and sisters, right? Thank you for that. We have here the letter Aleph, the letter Zion, and the Nun Sofit. Now, this should say the word ear in translation, as we see. All right? Ear. The Aleph, the Zion, and the Nun Sofit. So now if we were to, brothers and sisters, right? Oh, it still has that thing. We'll move on from that. All right. Let's look at this here. If we were to, brothers and sisters, look at it from this matter here, the Aleph, the Zion, and the Nun, brothers and sisters, meaning ear. So just wanted to point that out as we did, as we close out. Here we see, brothers and sisters, Wazot habracha. These words are just as stated. Wazot meaning and this is, habracha. These words mean and this is the blessing. The word wah means and. Zot means this in the feminine. Baraka means blessing. Habraka, the blessing. Because the word baraka is feminine, the word for this in the feminine matter has to agree with it. That's why you would see Wazot habraka, as opposed to saying wazeh habraka. All right. Now, when we look, brothers and sisters, at this with the laser pointer, we see the kaf with the kwamat followed by the hey, which in not all cases, but in many words, you will find that to be inside of the feminine matter. Not in all cases with words in Hebrew when you see that, but in many. Okay, just want to point that out. So, brothers and sisters, as we review what we're talking about, right, we have it to where debarim means words or things. Well, etkanan and I besought, meaning and I looked for compassion. I sought compassion. Equeb meaning consequence. Re'e meaning see. Shoftim meaning judges. Ki tetzeh means when you will go out. Ki tabo, when you will come. Nitzabim, standing. Wayelek, and he went. Ha'azinu, give ear, pay attention. Command form. Wazot tabraka, and this is the blessing. So this is the portions that we see in the book of Deuteronomy. Just want to point that out for reference purposes. Again, family, we are open, brothers and sisters, to constructive criticism. We hope, we pray that everybody is well and will be better. Okay? Stay tuned. We do intend, brothers and sisters, to have more presentations. We ask you to subscribe to the channel, to comment, to like, and to share. Thank you for that, family.
Shalom, shalom. Giving honor to the creator of heaven and earth. Want to go over this, not going to be long. Want to go over verb and noun. Let us look at this, brothers and sisters. We have the word here, hora or hore. Now, in this particular case, we're dealing with it as a verb. All right? Hore, in this case, in the Hefel stem, which in root means to teach. Okay. All right. So, then we have this word here, more. The word more means teacher. So what do we see so far? The verb and then the noun with the prefix of it with the mem there. This is a male teacher. Then we have this word here, and we can say it also as hore. Now, in this case, we're not dealing with it as a verb, but as a noun. And this means parent, a male parent. Now, we have this word here. Okay? And we have it as morah. The word morah, meaning teacher, a female teacher. All right? Then we have here the word hora. Okay? Hora, meaning female parent. So what do we see so far? Hore in root, meaning to teach, the verb. More, a teacher, a male one that is. Hore, in this case treated as a noun, the male parent. Then we have mora, meaning female teacher or a teacher that's a female. Then we have hora, a parent that's a female. And we have here the word Torah, generally said as law, but the word Torah really means teaching or instruction. For instance, when you read in the book of Proverbs and it says, forsake not the teaching of thy mother, all right, al tishkat torat imerka, forsake not the teaching of thy mother. So we just want to point that out. So we have a teacher, a male parent, a female teacher, a female parent. So what do we get out of this? The teachers are parents, and most definitely the parents
are teachers. And what are they supposed to teach? The instructions. So just want to show how the Hebrew works in this particular case. All right, you can see that the O and the R sound is still there. The O and the R sound is still there. You may have a change with the mem or the tau or in root with the hey, but the general premise of the sound is still there. Unlike English, when teaching and instruction, those words do not sound alike. Whereas teacher and parent in English does not sound alike in root, all right, linguistically. So just want to point that out. Hebrew is easy. Get the book on Amazon. Shalom.